Hello, everybody. How are you? Hold on, let me fix something. There we go. How are you guys doing? It is currently 1 in the morning right now. I have no business being up, but I just finished up with work and I got a little bit of energy left. So I thought, why not sit up, drink some coffee milk, and react to Chantal? Because while I was working, she did a live. Good news, everybody. It wasn't a long live, thank goodness. And she was high as balls again. And after doing some research, she showed the gummies that she was taking last night, and they are 3,000 milligram gummies. So, for anybody who might be wondering, what in the world is she getting high on? 3,000 milligram gummies. Now, I found a similar brand. It was like the Mike Tyson Knockout. Those are 5,000 milligrams. But she's taking the Conor McGregor ones for 3,000 milligrams. There's no earthly reason why she should be taking 3,000 milligrams. That's just stupid. There's no reason in the world why she needs 3,000 milligram gummies. I remember back in the day, she used to take the wheelchair edibles. Those were at 1,000 milligrams, and I thought that was extremely excessive. But she's all the way up to 3,000 milligram gummies. What's next, Foodie? The 10,000 milligram gummies? I mean, how high can you go? Really? Once you've reached a certain point of being high, you can't go any higher. After that, you're just wasting your money. But that's what she's doing these days. She's taking gummies and staying high and coming on camera and acting all the way the fool. And unfortunately, not in the most entertaining way. It is what it is. So since I'm up, since it's 1 in the morning and I finished work and I'm a bit tired, I'm going to use all of that to react to her, and I'm not going to hold back. I'm just not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood. I know y'all like Spicy Rose anyway. So 1 in the morning, you got to know that Spicy Rose is up and having her coffee. And you guys are going to be seeing her and hearing her because I'm over Chantal. I'm over the crap. I'm over the crap content. I'm over her being high all the time because there's a little high and then there's you're doing way too much. You are way over the line, ma'am. And she is all the way there and she is staying there and she's not backing down. So we've got some Twitter peeps to go over. Not a whole lot because you can always tell when Chantal's streams are really boring because there's not a whole lot of talk going on about them on Twitter. When she's on fire, Twitter's on fire. When her fire is out, then Twitter's kind of silent. But we got some stuff to go over. So tell y'all what. How about we just dive into this thing? It's time for the Twitter peeps. I'm here, guys, and it's time for the Twitter peeps. And can we just call today? Can we call this react? Sick of Chantal's crap Saturday. Just sick of her crap Saturday for short. Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm sick of her crap. I'm sick of her crap content. I'm sick of her crap attitude. It's just time to fire off about her. All right. So for those of you that are on Twitter that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, I do the peeps so y'all can keep up with all the gossip and stuff going on Twitter. And it's not all bad. I like to show you guys good stuff, to make you smile when I can. Aliyah Sultana says, Foodie Beauty called us crazy for 3 years. She gaslit us, called us jealous, ugly, lonely, uninformed, uncultured, ugly, fat hags. No matter what Foodie Beauty called out, it turns out we were right the whole time. Yep, we knew it. And Queen Booger has the zoomies right now. That's what you're hearing back there. Booger. Zoomies. Hi, Booger. What are you doing? You got the zoomies? You got the zoomies? You had them earlier. Queen Booger's got the zoomies. My house is now a racetrack. That's what cats do at 1 a.m. They get the zoomies. All right, Ray's Dactylion says Chantal bought $400 worth of green. She cannot sustain this spending for much longer. No, she can't. How much money do you have left, Chantal? I know that somebody sent you a huge PayPal donation after your rage stream. I don't know who did it. I don't know why they did it, but they did it. So maybe that's the money that you use to buy all the green products. Yeah. Maybe one of the Beezers likes her being high, I guess. Tofia's Leading Crocs says Chantal is live and high out of her freaking mind, literally slurring and breathing so heavy. I think she's at the point where you're so high that it's not even fun anymore. This sounds miserable. Yeah, for someone who's incredibly high, it doesn't look fun. It really doesn't look fun to me. Like there's high and then there's space cadet, like you're on another planet, and that's how she was. That's how she is anymore. Queen Jellybean says, quote, I don't know if Pete should move in. What if in a couple of years I want to get married or find a lover? Hashtag Foodie Beauty. I don't think you have to worry about that. You really don't make nearly enough money to buy a husband, and it's not looking like you could get one for free. Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. You're worried about finding a husband, Chantal, but what work have you done on yourself? Even if Captain America stepped in front of you and said, I like you, are you ready for him? Can you honestly say, I am ready for a good man? That I would be good to a good man? That you're stable enough for a good man? I don't think so. I think you'd fail that test. But here's a picture of Chantal in the live. Look. Girl, back off them gummies. Back off now. Okay? Back all the way off. You've gone too far and you've done too much. Kristen says, I'm not listening to Chantal right now, so I glanced over to check on my restream and this comment took me out. They're probably 100% correct. So this person Chill says, sounds like your bed is covered in snack wrappers. So there was a part in the stream where Chantal went to her bedroom and you could hear wrappers all over her bed. Now I'm guessing the wrappers were probably not from fast food. It sounded maybe they were the gummy wrappers because Chantal likes to eat them things like Tic Tacs. She just pops them in her mouth like M&Ms. Chantal, do you not remember what happened the last time when you were in the villa in Canada with Pete's? You don't remember? Maybe you're too stoned to remember. Let me remind you. You started out doing the vape pen. I remember the very first live stream you did. It was New Year's night. Pete was there with you at the villa. The stream went on for 6 hours. You had liquor, you had food, and you had your vape pen. So you started out with the vape pen. And then the vape pen became the roll-ups. And then the roll-ups became the edibles. And you started out with 100 milligrams. And then 200. And then 500. And then 1,000. And then 2,000. And then 3,000. You were chasing your tolerance up so fast and so high that you got to a point where you couldn't feel anything anymore. Are we going down that same road again? Because I thought 1,000 milligrams with the wheelchair edibles was excessive, but you're taking 3,000 milligram edibles. And there's no earthly reason why you should, other than the fact that you just want to stay in your own little fantasy world. You want to stay on another planet and you don't want to come back down to reality. But you keep going with the edibles, girl. Soon, there won't be an edible strong enough to take you there. Foodie Beauty, Sophia Pine says, Foodie Beauty has reached the point where she doesn't even know what to do with herself anymore. An adult incapable of properly functioning without the help of a caregiver she can cling to. Enabling her addictions is just speeding her downward spiral. No sympathy from me, though. Ray's Dactylion says our confident queen isn't self-conscious about her chins at all. That shirt is just a regular t-shirt and she grabbed at it over her neck. Yeah, I don't think Chantal is very confident about the way she looks. And she can't make up her mind. One minute she's taking off the abaya and the hijab. The next minute she's putting it back on. The next minute she's taking it back off. I think it's pretty clear that when she took off the abaya and the hijab, she was doing it for shock. And then when she put it back on, that was simply a tactic to get Salah's attention. She was really trying to get his attention. And the same thing with the rage stream. I think that Salah isn't talking to Chantal. He's not answering her phone calls. He's not answering her texts. And so in true Chantal fashion, when you don't give her attention, rather than be patient or go on about her life, she's going to poke at you. She's going to do something painful. She's going to be nasty and vicious to poke, hoping that you'll respond. I don't know if Salah is giving her attention, but I think that whole thing of her going out that day with the abaya, with the hijab, acting more modest, going shopping, that was all for Salah. And she was expecting some kind of reward, like he would call her and contact her. But I don't think Salah really wants to. So she decided, screw it. My manipulation tactics did not work. So taking off the abaya, taking off the hijab, let's just go for it. And so she is. Gabrielle Corno says, when your dog meets a young fox. So this dog met a new friend. I wouldn't trust that, though. I mean, nothing against foxes, but foxes have been known to go after outside animals like cats. I'd be kind of sketchy about letting the fox around a cat or a dog. You just don't know what it's going to do. But the fox is cute, and they're very playful. A fox is like a combination of a dog and a cat, but they're very hyper, very active. I mean, it's cool to have a fox as a pet, but just be careful about your other pets, that they don't become dinner. Mo Translate says, Chantal fell in her room and all you hear is food wrappers. Huh? Really? Let's watch and listen.
Sorry for my huffing and puffing, but well,
that's another reason why not to do high dose gummies, Chantal. Because when you do the high dose gummies, you tend to get dizzy because you're doing way too much. So you're over there in the apartment alone doing the high dose gummies. If something happens to you, who's there? Who's going to call 911? Absolutely nobody. I don't think the cat can pick up the phone and do it. You don't have a caretaker there. You don't have a roommate. And you're over there being an absolute fool doing them high dose gummies. You're already unsteady on your feet as is when you're sober. And then you're going to make the situation worse by doing the stupid gummies.
Sorry for my huffing and puffing, but well.
I have to wonder something. Chantal said she was going to get a queen size bed. Why do I have a feeling that she's got a mattress on the floor? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Some people have a mattress on the floor and they're just fine. But it feels like she has a mattress on the floor and, she kind of tripped over it. Maybe she's got a blow up mattress or something. Girl, you need to be careful. What are you doing? Coffee Time says Foodie Beauty is live, high, and incoherent. This will be the norm for now because she no longer has a car. Why anyone would become a member for this garbage is beyond me. I can't figure it out. I really can't. And here's another thing that I can't figure out. All those members who gave her money to go back to Canada, all those people that she promised, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and she ain't done nothing but get high. Why aren't they yelling and screaming? Why aren't they feeling ripped off? They're accepting all of her excuses and all of her reasons. I can't do things because of this and because of that. I also heard through the grapevine that when Chantal was doing her live tonight, she was claiming that she had the Rona. She had the vid. I don't think so. I mean, I know there are different strains of the Rona, and the different strains hit people differently. I acknowledge that. But if she had the Rona, she wouldn't be getting her butt out of bed, I don't think. And considering how unhealthy she is and her breathing problems, if she had the Rona for real, I feel like she would be in the hospital. They would have her on oxygen because she already has trouble breathing. Also, if she had the Rona, wouldn't she have a fever? Wouldn't she be unable to eat? I remember when I had it and the Rona knocked me on my butt. I had the Omicron variant, and oof, I kept my sense of smell and taste, but for 2 months I was a mess. It kept coming in waves, y'all. I couldn't eat. I was stuck in bed. I was a mess. And I'm much more healthy than Chantal. So if she had the Rona, how would she be able to even do anything? How would her body put up with having that plus doing all them edibles? Nah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that at all. Yog says, puppy got adopted by a mama cat. Aw. The puppy's like, I'm one of you, even though I'm different than you. Mama's like, I don't care. Just don't drink all the milk. Share with your siblings. Okay. Mama cat's like, well, he kind of looks like my kids, so why not? Savage says, this beach really said, quote, he has custody of our child. And I'm done. Yeah, Foodie really said that about Salah. And as far as the child that she was referring to was Julia. So she's talking about Julia as if Julia were a human child. And forgive me if I'm not giving proper credit to the person who said it on Twitter. I can't find the tweet, but I agree with this person. They said Chantal leaving Julia in Syria with Salah, that's the equivalent of leaving your toothbrush over an ex-boyfriend's house. You're trying to make a big deal about leaving a toothbrush. Chantal has always had that mindset of, I just have to get into his house, right? She said that. She just has to get into a guy's house, leave her stuff there, because when she leaves her stuff there, she puts down some sort of territorial marker, then she can forever bother that person and never leave them alone. So I guess Julia is the territorial marker, the excuse, the reason for her to always bother Salah. Oh, we share a cat together, therefore I can call you whenever I want. Chantal, you never cared about Julia. Ever. Ever. She was always just a prop for your show. Something to get a little bit of attention and to make it seem like you actually care about animals when you don't. Because there you are in Canada with another cat that you really shouldn't have, and you're not taking very good care of her. And you know it. But let's keep moving before I go off on a cat rant, because I really want to. Miss Anthropope Lulu says, Foodie Beauty, immobile Miriam's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad travel day. So Chantal put out a travel vlog of her coming back to Canada, and here's a screenshot. Yeah, she looks thrilled to be leaving Syria. That's the face of regret right there. Regret and bad choices. She's got a look on her face like, I really want to stand up and go back to Salah's house. I don't want to get on that plane. I don't want to leave him behind. I don't want to leave Syria where I get free rent. I don't want to go back to my adulting. I want to stay here and be a child forever. Guess what? Your little vacation away from adulthood is over. It's all over. Now you got to go back to Canada and be a grown woman instead of a child that you insist on everybody taking care of. Two-Tailed Caperer says, do you know how crazy you have to look sitting there filming this giant half-melted lump of crap in public like she's a celebrity? I find much peace and amusement knowing she made Salah and herself look like the circus sideshow spectacles that they truly are. A word about that. You know what, Chantal? You made an absolute fool of yourself chasing a man around for 3 years that didn't want you, didn't love you, and it was just around for the paycheck. I have never in my adult life seen the level of desperation that I have seen in you. I can't think of a single person that I know that would chase a man thousands of miles away from home, give up their entire life for a guy that ain't worth squat. But you did. You gave up your life in Canada. You basically tanked your channel for what? A guy that don't care. And now you got to pick up the pieces of what's left, if you can pick up the pieces. All right, something cool from Protect All Wildlife. A bison traffic jam. Just a bison causing a traffic jam in the beautiful Yellowstone National Park in the United States, where bison often cause traffic jams by wandering onto roads. A classic wildlife encounter. Nature is beautiful. Let's enjoy it. Man, that bison is majestic. Look at him. Where does the bison go? Anywhere they want. Who's going to tell them otherwise? It's their world. We just put roads in it. They're like, you put the road here? Well, thank you. I'm just going to walk on through. Just a buffalo doing its thing, minding its business. Nothing to see here. Take a picture if you want, though. Protect All Wildlife says crows are pecking and eating at the shedding velvet, the soft skin from a Sika deer's antlers, in a mutualistic interaction. The birds get nutrients and the deer gets cleaned. This video is from Nara Park in Japan, known for its free-roaming deer and such behaviors. There's many different symbiotic relationships between different animals. Like some animals seek out other animals to clean them, take off ticks, take off fleas. And the animals that are taking off the ticks and parasites, they get a free meal. And the animal in question, well, they get free pest removal. So it's a win-win for both. Debbie's World says, in reality, she probably could have kept him and had her dream relationship. All she had to do was spend the last 3 years losing weight and learning manners, proper etiquette, as well as learning the language and the customs. I don't know if she did all that would change anything, but it might have given Salah a little bit more tolerance to her behavior. You know, if she were making improvements, he might have tolerated her a little bit longer. If she had made more money, he might have had more toleration, but he didn't. You know, like she just exhausted his patience and he just couldn't take it anymore. So what happened, happened. Okay, so let's talk about channel bots, because Chantal's been using a lot of channel bots. The one stream she did where her view count was at 6,000 viewers, and then it went back down to like 2,000. It was so noticeable that even people in her own chat were saying something about it. So let's talk about it. Blue-Eyed Leo says, this is what Foodie Beauty did. She bought bots, and it is going to do more harm to her channel. It's why she went up to 5,000, and she was giggling and looking around. She does this when she's doing something wrong, and then it tanked back down to 1,000. So this person says, no, I referred to the bot views. I'm sure the OP also referred to bot views. Pump the number. They are literally thousands of websites offering real views, which, by the way, are all fake bot views. These bots watch, basically opens the videos just to register the views, the videos for just a few seconds. There's no engagement, zero retention, and all. Without good retention and engagement, YouTube algorithm thinks your video is not good enough and does not worth recommending to others. Eventually, your videos are suggested to a very small number of people, and your channel leads to a slow death. Yeah, Chantal's over there buying views, buying subs, I guess trying to keep herself in the YouTube algorithm, or maybe fool YouTube into thinking there's more people watching her than what there are. Maybe she's also doing it for ego. She doesn't want to admit that her channel is not doing so good. So she'll buy the views and she'll buy the subs and make it seem like she's doing better than she is. But I really don't see the sense in it. You're not making money by doing that. You're actually spending money. So it's counterproductive. All right. And this is my tweet saying, this is what Foodie Beauty was on last night. Wheelchair edibles are only 1,000 milligrams. Her tolerance is going way up. So I made a mistake. I thought it was the Mike Tyson knockout gummies. It's actually the Conor McGregor gummies. So the Mike Tyson ones are 5,000 milligrams. The Gregor ones are 3,000 milligrams. But still, 3,000 milligrams is bananas. What is she doing? She's not doing anything. She's just sitting at the house doing nothing. Why does she need that much? It doesn't make sense. And if she keeps taking those, it's going to lead to these and then possibly something heavier. And can she afford to do that? No. Peacemaker says, Foodie Beauty, you don't realize how good you have it right now. And it just proves how mentally unhealthy you are. You got a kitchen full of food, comfy couch, bed, cute kitten, roof over your head, clean H2O, etc. Go get help. You really need to find happiness and appreciation. Yeah, she's not appreciating what she has. Just those things that you named, Peacemaker, she's got more than a lot of other people. But she's not looking at her life and going, you know what? I may not have a lot, but I have enough. It's workable. I can work on getting more if I need it. I just got to get my butt to work and go get those things. Nope. All she wants to do is sit still and let other people buy her stuff. Tired AF and Effie Cujo says OG Villa versus Villa 2.0, trying to recapture the old days or just a person doing person stuff. So top picture is from the Villa days. Bottom picture, current days. She's trying to bring back the nostalgia. She's trying to recreate the past. Chantal, you cannot live in the past. You cannot bring back the magic of the past. I'm going to tell you again, like I told you before. Lightning doesn't strike twice, especially in the same place. Okay? The reason why you made so much money back in the day is because it was a first time. You were unpredictable. There was lots of drama. You're not the same person as you were. You're a lot unhealthier and a lot more unstable. And the drama part is missing. That's an important element, the drama. Like, it's not hitting the same the second time. Understand? So you can go to your chat and say, what do you guys miss me doing? And what do you remember? And then start recreating those things. But the magic is missing. It's missing. It's not as shocking as it once was. It's not as fun and entertaining as it once was. It's sad. It's really, really sad. Like, this is we've entered the era of it's not funny anymore. Watching her do this now, it's not funny. It's sad and pathetic. Oh, it's Florida Salt and Sass who made the comment that I talked about earlier. Florida Salt and Sass says, Salah having Julia is the equivalent of leaving the toothbrush intentionally at an ex's to call about it again later to her. Nothing more. Right. It's planting a flag. I'm planting a flag at your house. Therefore, I have some kind of ownership over you. No, you don't. You really, really don't. It's time to let go. He wants to let go. You should let go. It's time to end this thing. Let Salah go. He wants nothing more to do with you. And from what I've heard, he's getting married, or he already is married. It's time to move on, Chantal. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's it. Is it? I think that's all. Okay, good. We're all caught up. That didn't take long. And you best believe that I'm going to be fast forwarding through her life. Because, it's not like I'm, missing anything. Shut up, Chantal. I'm not ready for you. All right, so why is the chat going? Oh, we're going to fast forward through some of this. We're gonna find the gold amongst the dirt. And if we can't, then screw it. I don't care. It's already like 1:30 in the morning. I don't need to be up all night. Do y'all? No. So let's just cover what we need to cover and we can all go to bed. We can all go on with our day. Y'all ready? Y'all strapped in? Let's do this thing. Say something, Chantal. Good Lord.
It can be in Sapphire Nick, Gloria Strawberries.
We are not even 1 minute into this live, and look how high she is. Is there a reason, Chantal, why you can't just do a live sober and then after the live, then do the doggone gummies and you can zone out all you want to and not expose your audience to this? Is there a reason why you can't wait an hour to pop the gummy in your mouth? You got to do all of this, do the extra.
I can't say hi to everybody. Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm pretty sick.
No, you're not sick. You're just high. Don't get it twisted and don't get it confused. You're just high. And if you are sick, maybe it's because you're getting high all the time and you refuse to stop.
And I don't know where my cat is. She's hiding from me.
Well, what are you doing to make her hide from you? Anybody out there, does that sound like normal behavior? I mean, I can understand if you get an animal from a shelter or you adopt, and the first few days, yeah, your pet's going to be a bit confused and they're going to be frightened because they're in a new place that they're not sure of. They're not sure of their environment, their territory. They may hide in a closet, but that's when you, the pet owner, you should be making some time to acquaint yourself with them. Hold them, cuddle them, talk to them softly, all that. She's not done much of that. So why is the cat hiding from you? Or maybe the cat isn't hiding. Maybe it's just found a nice warm spot in the house because you keep the house really, really cold and it's just trying to stay warm.
Hello, Tracy. Hi, Jill Evans. No, last night I was, eh? Yeah. Hello. I don't understand the mod situation last night. What was happening?
Chantal, if you came on camera sober, you'd be more on top of your own chat. If you're coming on camera and you're too stoned to pay attention, maybe you should stop coming on camera being stoned so you can pay attention. You want to come on YouTube and make money, but you're not paying attention to what's going on in your chat.
What was happening?
Why are you asking anybody else? It's not their channel. Holy crap. This is your channel. And you don't know what's happening on your own channel? Why not? Slow down on those doggone gummies and you'd figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah, and we're sick of you. We're sick of you coming on camera high because you're coming on camera too high. This is ridiculous and it's stupid and it's pathetic and you should stop.
And the kind of sick where you can't taste anything.
Shut your mouth. You're only saying that because you know that's one of the symptoms of the vid. Girl, just yesterday you were eating a bunch of food. Quit it. You're claiming that you have the vid and yet you're eating like food going out of style. You got the vid, you lose your appetite. And you ain't got no doggone fever. You ain't coughing your head off either.
No, I asked him and he said he didn't time anybody out or block anybody. Yeah, I took some NyQuil earlier.
And that's another thing, Chantal. Are you stupid? You must be stupid. How many things are you going to take? You're taking NyQuil. You're taking the edibles. You're a diabetic. I don't know about insulin. You're mixing all those things up inside of you. Not caring about the interactions. You might have a bad reaction because you're mixing up too much stuff. And then people in your chat are saying, take this, take that. When not a single one of them know what you've taken already.
No. Hi, everybody. I missed. Sorry about that. I didn't give, because I got to conserve my breath. I probably won't be on long, but. What was that? I hear.
Yep, strawberries and cream, says Chantal. I don't think NyQuil is meant to be combined with green stuff. No, it isn't. It really isn't.
A lot of noises I don't understand. No, I took NyQuil a long time ago. Weird, Barb. It's not Salah. I would know if it was him. I don't know. I don't know who it was. Hey, Links. So-and-so, Diego. Why? What's wrong with NyQuil and diabetes? I'm so stuffed up. I hate it. I seriously just want to lay in bed.
Well, then why don't you? So they're coming on camera, acting the fool, looking the fool, complaining about how sick you are. Why don't you take a couple of days, stay your butt in bed, get some rest, and try to feel better? Why do you insist on coming on camera like this? It makes no sense.
Thank you. Oh, Monica. Okay. Hey, beating out West Charlotte. Yeah, you right potted me, the cloud head. It was people that weren't even mods? How? That is weird, Tracy.
Wait a minute, what? Is Tracy trying to say that people who weren't even mods were blocking people? Because that's not possible. You have to be a mod or the content creator to block somebody.
Eh? Thanks, Monica. You too. Hey, Sneakerhead Queen. Oh.
And people are asking her in the chat, they're like, is Salah still a mod? Yes or no? Well, I don't know if he is, but let's look at something. Let's see. Oh, look here. Look what we got, y'all. Even though they're supposed to be done, they're divorced. She's still promoting him. Promoting the couples channel, which makes no sense because they're not a couple anymore. They're done. And promoting his channel. Even after all the crap she talked about him and his family, still promoting his channel. Why? Why are you promoting his channel? Why are you promoting the couples channel? No more content is going to be made for the couples channel. That doesn't really look sensible.
I've been taking echinacea and
Chantal, you making yourself sick, throwing a bunch of garbage down your throat, and then expecting a pill or a shot or an herb to magically fix all of you. It's so Chantal coded. I'm going to take some echinacea and feel magically better. Not really. Did a lot of damage to yourself. You're over there coughing. I'm wondering if you have blood clots in your lungs again. I know you've got heart problems, but you might have blood clots in your lungs again. Hence the reason why you need to go to the hospital, stupid. I know I've got serious health problems. I know I should go to the hospital and get checked out. They will probably be shocked and amazed about how I'm still walking. But let's take some echinacea and golden seal root, and that'll just fix all of my problems. Sure it will.
yeah. I know, Lauren, right? When you feel good, you're like, okay. Then when you get sick, then you realize, shouldn't have taken feeling healthy for granted. The travel vlog.
You know what I think it is, Chantal? And this is just a guess in the dark. Ever since you plopped yourself in Canada, you've been going hard with the party favors. And I'm sure you had zero immune system before you got started. So someone with a zero immune system, and you're going to run it down further doing the party favors, yeah, your body is suffering. I told you, you can't go at the speed in which you used to go at. Crackhead Olympics, you were 200 pounds lighter. You had a little bit more health. That's all gone now. Zero, zip, nada, nothing there. You can't go hard like you used to. And you're trying, and your body's fighting back and saying, we can't do this anymore.
So, I know I heard that. I know I haven't been sleeping that much. I can't taste anything.
Lies.
Sick for 3 weeks. I had a shower earlier, but just gotta sleep and wait it out.
Chili says he does have mod status because he remodded himself before. If that's true, then that means he has administrative privileges. You can give a mod like privileges over the channel that regular mod status does not grant. So I don't know if Salah has that. I don't know if he's still a mod. I don't know if it's somebody else. Honestly, I feel that he wants to be away from Chantal. He wants nothing to do with her. He might be keeping an eye on what she's saying to see if she's talking about him and his family. But honestly, I keep doing readings on Salah, and the same cards keep popping up. That he wants to separate himself away from her. He wants to start his new life. He wants nothing to do with her. And she won't let go. She won't let go of the control. She doesn't want to admit, yeah, it's over. I need to let go. She doesn't want that part of her life to be done, although he is done. She doesn't want to let go. She wants those puppet strings on him, and he cut them. He wants nothing more to do with her. And she keeps coming at him because she is looking for his attention, and he doesn't want to give it. He's through with you, Chantal. He's through.
Yeah, Andre Marie, thanks, Angel Sweetie.
Like her and Salah are in this weird position where they don't like each other. There's a lot of hate there, a lot of resentment, a lot of bitterness. There was never any love. It's just bad energy all the way around. And yet neither one of them will cross the line. She doesn't want to say anything too bad against him. He honestly doesn't want to say anything bad right now against her. He would prefer that she just quietly shut up and go away. Just go live her life in Canada. Chantal's a stage 5 clinger, though. She will cling on for dear life. You have to force her to let go. He doesn't want things to get ugly. He's only going to do that as a last resort if she refuses to go away and do what she's supposed to do and shut her mouth about his family and him. So she's staying high. And she's waiting. She's waiting for his response. And she just doesn't understand, y'all. There are two kinds of anger in this world. There's the noisy anger, and then there's the quiet anger. She understands noisy anger because she has noisy anger. Noisy anger is yelling and screaming and carrying on and drama. It is noisy. It is outbursts. It's temper tantrums. It's hissy fits. And then there's the quiet anger. There is the quiet goodbye where there's no words spoken. It's just one person turning around, turning their back, walking away, done. It's silent. When a person is angry at you and they're done, and they're not going to stop and fight with you. They're not going to put out any energy. They're just going to say, I'm done, and walk. She doesn't understand it. It's not her way. It's not how she does things. He has the quiet anger. He cut the cord. She wants to tie the knot back.
Yeah. Thanks, Buster. Oh no, these are pajamas. It's like pajama top and bottom. I left a whole bunch of things, like some clothes in Canada. I don't know, Vix. I had ravioli, but I couldn't taste it, so I don't feel like cooking. Pete's dog doesn't smoke, Donna. Maybe Lynx. I don't know. Could just be a normal.
You've been sick for 3 weeks. I don't think that's normal.
Drink hot sauce. Yeah, hardly. Yeah, I started binging the show Nobody Wants This. Never heard of that. I'll have to check it out. No. Yikes, Granny. Well, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. I hope I don't have to do that. Puts in.
And while we're here, Chantal, can I just give you my thoughts? Since you come back to Canada, you've been hopping from one foot to the other. And there's this energy of not only trying to recreate the past, but you're hopping from one foot to the other, just trying to figure out what people want. So when people come into your chat, they're like, I remember you doing this, and I remember you doing that. Then that's the thing that you do for the day. Something from the past, something that you did before. And you're doing it because you think that's what the people want. Well, as the general public that I'm watching your stream right now, and I've watched the last two, and I've been watching you for years. As the public, I'm going to give my opinion. People want to be entertained. You coming on camera high is not entertaining. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's sad. It's boring. It's played out. This ain't going to get it done. It really isn't. If there's any thought in your head that you can just do this for the next several weeks and it's going to make you big money, you got another thing coming. People are going to get bored of this crap real fast. They're already bored. This is just sad to watch. And it's irritating me. It's really irritating me as a person, as a reactor. And it's also pissing me off because you're so high that you don't realize what you're doing. There are lots of people who watch Girl World, people that watch you, people that might even be in your own audience. They might have had issues of party favors of one type or another, addiction of one type or another, and you're coming on camera this way. And you might be triggering the crap out of people. For someone who cares about her audience so much, you sure as hell don't give a damn. You don't think about other people and what you do and what you say, how it affects other people. All you care about on your end is I'm high and I feel good. But you might be triggering people who once had addiction problems or substance problems. You really shouldn't be doing this. And can I just say, YouTube, good job. Good job. You did something unprecedented long ago. You took Chantal's channel away from her and you gave it back. And look at the way she's repaying you. You let her keep her channel. And this is what she's done with it. She's coming on your platform, begging for money, begging for other people's money, using your platform to do self-harm content. and expecting to get paid for it. And you guys aren't shutting it down. You're not even giving her a strike. Give her a week to think about what she's done, putting her in the timeout corner. You got a problem with reactors, YouTube. You sit there and you make us use code words and all that crap. But this one, you let her do what she wants. Even though everybody can see that she's on the decline. Bad. And very, very rapidly. Chantal, stop this shit. This is crazy. This is crazy. You coming on camera this high, this way, all the time anymore.
Hey, Krista. Advil and crisp water. Hey, Angela. Yeah, Dragonfly. No. I should try to make soup tomorrow, I guess, or I don't know.
Shut up.
Yeah, they just had this, like, the chicken was so tender and it was like some kind of...
Quiet. How is... She's claiming to have the vid. How can you sit there and allegedly have the vid and talk about food? Why would you want to talk about food? Come on now.
It's like the worst feeling ever when I have to leave and I say goodbye to Salah and I'm going through the security. He can't follow me there.
But he didn't want to follow you there.
He waits for me usually. And then this time it was permanent. The other times it was I was going back there.
Pogo Loco says you were sad, but he sounded excited. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he couldn't wait to drop her off. I'm absolutely certain that the moment he got back in the car after dropping her off, he was driving all the way back home with a smile on his face. And he and his family partied like it was 1999 for at least a week. Ding dong, the witch is gone. We can clean up our house. We can go through all areas of the house. We ain't got to deal with somebody who's sitting around the house like a big old bullfrog, taking up space, messing the place up. She's gone. We can all hang out with each other again. I'm sure Salah was very happy and excited that he didn't have to deal with her saying, I want ice cream at midnight. Go get me some food, Salah. I'm sure he was very happy and excited that he didn't have to act like an Uber driver to her. I think Salah experienced the fastest weight loss in history the moment he dropped her off. Because in a single day, he dropped 600 pounds. Amazing. I'm sure he's had an amazing transformation after losing that much weight that fast.
Ordered the kayaks. I ordered kayaks. $13-hour layover, yeah. That's insane. Hey, Amy Joe. Hey, Neil. Thank you, Rooting. I need rest, yeah, soon. No, Tiffany.
Chantal, I got to ask the question because I know you. Even though you say you're feeling rotten, sick, were you coming on camera deliberately rotten and sick because you were hoping for those pity super chats? Is that what you were doing? You came on camera looking really bad, sounding really bad because you felt people would feel sorry for you and throw money at you? When are you going to learn? The Beezers are broke. They're done. Do you hear me? The well is empty. Stop trying to dip your bucket into it, trying to bring something out of it. Ain't nothing down at the bottom but dust. and cobwebs. You're trying every way in the world to get that money except work. You know you got to work, and you know what to do. You know what people will watch. You've been on YouTube long enough. Get your big head out of your big butt and get to work. Leave them doggone gummies alone. It's getting in the way of your work. You get in that space cadet headspace and you don't want to work. You just need to get it through your head. You ain't going back to Syria. Salah does not want you. He and his family are fine without you. They'll get along just fine. So waiting around for something ain't going to make it happen.
Hey, Incredible Edible. I didn't lay down, but I just lounged. 3-hour layover. That would feel like 5 minutes for me. And I feel like I have to sneeze every 1 minute. Hey, Vera. Everybody. Yeah. You did cry. Didn't you?
You probably cried tears of joy.
Because I unblocked him. I said that yesterday.
Yeah, because you're desperate to hang on to a man that doesn't want to hang on to you. Like I said, you're both idiots. You need to let go. He needs to let go. Someone needs to throw the hammer down. I know you won't because you're desperate to hang on. And as much as he doesn't want to do it, he needs to do it. He's got to cut that cord. He's trying to let you down easy, but you're not the kind of person that takes the hint. He's got to do it.
I just drink water. The new cat? No. Thanks, Coco. I don't have a fever. Thank you. You haven't missed much. I've only been on 15 minutes.
You know what this is feeling like, girl world? I just got a bit of a flashback. Do you know what this is feeling like to me? This is feeling like the ER visits that you used to do without the ER. Of course. This is feeling like the ER visits all over again. I'm getting deja vu. Chantal can't do the ER visit because she doesn't have her health care. She can't go to the hospital and make it a whole big spectacle, a big show. Look at me, guys. I'm in the hospital. Feel sorry for me. No, she's doing the ER visit thing at home because that's all she can afford.
Do I have any warm tea? No. No. What did I say? I didn't say anything about his family. I don't remember. I love his family.
Yeah, we'll make it make sense. You spilled all kinds of tea about Salah, how much he was a cheater. He cheated on you several times. You talked about his family. Yes, you did. You were mentioning, oh, like they have all these kids and they can't take care of them. And he's marrying their cousins. You're saying all that stuff. And then you're going to unblock him? Why? It doesn't make sense.
The one in Syria, they're really nice, but like, yeah, I have a bit of, I guess, the thing about like resentment because, yeah, some of them made me feel really insecure about myself.
Chantal, they didn't make you feel insecure about yourself. You've always felt insecure about yourself. You had that insecurity before you even met those people. You carried your insecurity all the way to the Middle East, but you had it in Canada. Even way back during Crackhead Olympics, we remember how you sit there and, like, do this with your turtleneck and wearing big puffy jackets, trying to hide your chins. We remember. Don't blame your insecurity on other people when you've had it for a long time. And what did his family do that was so bad? They just expected you to act like an adult woman, help out around the house, do some of the housework, maybe do some of the cooking. And you felt because you gave money to Salah that you wouldn't have to do anything. Like, I'm giving money, don't expect anything out of me. They expected you to not be feral, to not act like an animal. And you got mad at them because you wanted to be feral and on your high horse and left alone.
So,
you were just all kinds of bothered that you weren't in that house alone with Salah where you could fully control him and there were other people around and you couldn't have all the space to be gross and nasty and dirty and filthy. You had to actually behave yourself. You were resentful of the fact that around his family, you had to behave yourself.
hi, Mocha. Did you ask what my favorite Celine Dion thing is? Thank you, Chris Clay. You're cursing my chat, Serenity. Get out of here, stinky loser. Hey, Pooh. Why would I unblock him? Well, I know it's hard to understand why, because you have no emotional attachment or love for him. But if you put yourself in my shoes, I've been married to him for 3 years.
Fake married.
That's why.
That doesn't make any sense, though. Marriage is over. He was a mod on your channel. What's that got to do with the marriage?
And it's not that easy. He has custody of our child.
Oh my God. There it is. He has custody of our child. What? I mean, granted, I'm a pet parent and I look at Queen Booger as my child. But y'all see how she is with me. She's bonded to me. That's because I've had her for 12 years. She's a senior cat now. But even now, she acts like a big old baby. And I love her. I love my Booger. But you don't even love Julia. You have no attachment to her. It's not about attachment. It's not about love. That you bonded with the cat and unfortunately you had to leave the Middle East and leave her behind. You've been back to Canada for how long? And I haven't seen you cry for Julia even once. I miss Julia. I miss her so much. My heart is aching. I haven't seen that from you. And those of us that have pets, even just the mere thought of being away from our pets would make us bawl like babies. You, not so much. You're just using an animal as a means to keep control of a person. It's disgusting.
If I want to know about her too, don't use the cat as an excuse. Well, she is though, isn't she?
Is she? People are saying, don't use the cat as an excuse. And he goes, Well, she is, isn't she? So you are admitting that you're using the cat as an excuse.
I have to check on her.
No, you're not checking on her. You're checking on him. You're checking to see if he's taking the SIM card out of his phone and he's ghosting you. You are deathly afraid of him ghosting you. You're deathly afraid of it being really, really over. You've got abandonment issues from all the way back. You need treatment and therapy for that. It would do you a world of good, but you're never going to get therapy for that, not unless you're forced to. You got a lot of issues, but that's one of them. So to keep from feeling all the way abandoned, you will hold on to somebody, even using ridiculous means like using an animal to keep some kind of connection with them.
I miss her.
No, you don't.
Let's talk about something positive. Like, oh yeah, of course. I'm not in a bad mood. Driving in Kuwait.
So she's got the vid, but she's over there eating. Okay.
My favorite. Okay, my that. But I just don't want to. Whatever.
And Chantal, this whole system you've got going on of, I'm going to do gummies all day long. I'm going to say hi all day long. It's not working, is it? It's not going to work. It's not supposed to work like that. No one person is supposed to be high 24/7. Not to the level that you're at. You're not even doing the gummies to relax a little bit, which would be normal. You're doing them to escape life. Life is not something you should be escaping. You're supposed to be living life. And eventually, you arrive at a place where there is no more money to buy the gummies. There's no more money to buy the roll-ups. There's no more money to buy the party favors. Then what are you going to do? You're going to be in a position where you have built up your tolerance so high, you can't get high anymore. And you're going to be fiending for those party favors, a very large amount of them, and going through those cravings and be feeling 10 times worse just because you did stay high all the time.
I understand their point of view. You know, like, he's young, he's very handsome, he's like in childbearing age, he can have kids with someone traditional and there'd be no headache, you know. That's the way it is. Rip Pete's rice cooker. Oh, hey, Bear. Hey, Miller. He cute, but he ain't all that.
No.
He doesn't have to be. To me, he is, though. Like, well, he was like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. His rice cooker, he uses it I don't think it's meant to be used every single day. Well, some people do use their rice cooker.
And fast food isn't supposed to be eaten every single day. So there's that.
Why is a cheap $20 one? It's not going to last. I'm sick, Bear. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And that's true. But yeah, he is very handsome.
Jill says, you said he was a burden. Did she say that about Salah? That he was a burden? I'm pretty sure he felt that way about her. So they both saw each other the same way. They have something in common, finally.
Whenever I say in anger, okay, I said in anger. I can be really mean when I'm angry.
You're really mean anyway. You're just a mean person. You're not nice.
You can make yogurt in a rice cooker. I'm not beautiful. Look at me. The hell.
I actually agree with you. And I know that me saying that sounds like a mean girl thing to say, but I'm saying that based on her energy. Chantal has nasty, nasty energy. You hear me? It's nasty. It is soul sucking, that energy. She's like a negative energy succubus. She gets around people and she drains their very life force. She's selfish. She's mean. She's nasty. She's evil. This one. Inconsiderate, stuck up, rude, no moral compass, no care about others, no love in her heart, no nothing. She's just a selfish, evil predator. That's what makes her ugly.
Yeah, Steffi. I hope I can get Sweet Julia too. Feels weird to stay put, like stay put. I did just change the filter pause and no, it's clean. I have cleaner. Don't. I'm not going to. Hey, Harper Ann. Thank you, Tiffany. Lady Lala. Yep. No, I don't find him really. Well, yeah, he looks a bit like Salah. You're beautiful, just unhealthy. Thank you.
And can I just go ahead and say this, girl world? This is just my thoughts about Chantal's current state. I think this stage of things is going to be far different than the crackhead Olympics that some of us are used to, that we witnessed and we were there for. The crackhead Olympics that we were a part of back then, it was about the party favors. It was about her acting crazy. It was about, like the erratic behavior. There was some humor in it sometimes. There was a lot of rage. There was a lot of back and forth between her and a certain other somebody. What we're about to witness from Chantal is going to be different in a lot of ways. There are party favors involved already, true, but I feel it's going to be different because she's got a lot of emotional issues and she's got a lot of mental issues as well. She should be seeking treatment and therapy. Like, she needs it. She's been needing it for years. But what's going to make this part of the story different from Crackhead Olympics is her mental issues are going to be on full display. They are. Like, it's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. I'm not looking forward to it. I really am not looking forward to it. I feel like she's going to be on a serious mental decline. She's already started. And it's not going to be funny. When it starts happening, I'm not going to be laughing. I'm just going to be here reporting on things as best I can, but I'm not going to be laughing because we're going to watch her go down fast. You know, her own mind is her own worst enemy because of those untreated issues. It's going to get dark. It's going to get really, really dark. And not because I want it to be dark, it's just going to be that way. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like it's going to be shocking when things start going over the edge. It's just going to be a lot for a lot of people. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I gotta get healthy. Let this be the year of me, like, you know?
Like, I don't think a lot of people realize how delicate her mental and emotional state is. All it would take is reality stepping into the room to push her over the edge. Chantal's been living in a fantasy world of her own design for years. But if that bubble burst, if reality stepped into the room and the bubble burst, it's going to get real ugly. So y'all brace yourselves.
St. Huber's, hey Valkyrie. I'm way too hard on myself. I am, yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, spinach sodiums. Strawberries, inshallah. My head looks weird. Yes, I'm watching Creepshow TV show. If you don't have Shutter, you have to get Shutter. It's an app for horror movies and horror shows.
The irony of her watching Shutter. She's watching basically Shutter is like the Netflix for horror movies. I know about it, but the fact that she's over watching horror movies and her life is slowly becoming a horror movie. It's a horror show.
Normal? I don't know. She's so bad. You know what I caught her doing this morning? I'm like, you. She was climbing up my new curtains in the room,
Yeah, cats do that. Next.
climbing up them.
Well, do you have a cat tree? Do you have a scratching post? Is there anywhere in that apartment where she can sharpen her claws? Cats sharpen their claws. Is there anything in the apartment that she can sharpen her claws on?
Oh my god, she's one of those like she's got the weirdest personality I've ever experienced with
No, she doesn't. She's quiet and she's sharpening her claws. What's weird about that? Next.
a cat. She's strange. I love her, but she's strange. You're a strange animal. That's what I. A knife first. It's vacuum sealed, so it starts to expand when you unroll it.
What are you?
Comes like in a rolled up thing in a box.
You're Chantal. You're stoned and you're rambling. You're stoned and you're rambling. Girl, find a thought in your head and hold on to it and express it in one coherent sentence. Can you do that for me?
You just you don't have to do anything. You just let it. Or cherry Coke Zero and some more OJ. I'm not excited for Christmas. No, I chose the cherry over the orange.
You know what, Chantal, you'd make a good commercial. Like the old school commercial. I could just put your face on it. This is your brain. This is your brain on rugs. Any questions?
New bakes. Espresso. Aha is soda water. It's like Perry. It says I'll throw up.
How is it that you've got the Rona? You're sick and you're still talking about food.
Oh boy, Mimi, I don't know. I'm pretty chill right now.
Curly Fry says, Foodie, are you waiting and hoping Salah asked you to come back? I think she was. I think that was the hope. Hence the reason why she put on the abaya and the hijab and she went shopping and tried to act like she had some sort of independence. She was maybe holding on to the hope that he would invite her back to Syria. But now it's starting to sink in that that's not going to happen. So she's just essentially letting go in a way. She's giving up. She feels defeated. And she's got this whole I quit energy about her because she is. She's checking out. She's plopping herself down mentally, emotionally, and saying, I quit. I'm done. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try to work. I'm not going to try to move on. I'm not going to try to push on with my life. I just quit. I don't want to try anymore. I don't want to work anymore. She's not trying for anything.
I cannot have a box mountain. Yeah, okay. I cannot picture Salah living here. He will not like it.
You're just telling yourself that to make yourself feel better because he's not there. You've been telling yourself that over in Kuwait when you were there. Like, oh, he wouldn't like living here. He'd hate it. How do you know? He might love it. And since we're here, and since that is a great expression from you, Chantal, you're being very photogenic today. Thank you. There's my thumbnail. I'll take that. But you convince yourself he'd hate it in Canada. Are you saying that because you hate being in Canada? So you think your attitude would be his attitude? I'm sure that if Salah were in Canada, he'd be having a blast. If he were by himself, he wouldn't be having any fun with you. You'd make sure of that. But I'm sure he'd love it in Canada. You, not so much.
Yeah, Vera, for sure. Have you been knocked out?
Yep, those are the 3,000 milligram gummies. And she thinks it's cute. It's not cute. When you're taking something, you're taking too much, and then you put yourself in front of people, it ain't cute.
I'm taking all my medicine today.
What? What'd you say? Say it again.
Have you been knocked out? I'm taking all my medicine today.
What do you mean by that? You've taken all your medicine today. Do you mean like cold medicine? Or do you mean you've gone through that entire bag? You went through 3,000 milligrams of edibles. Holy hot dogs, Batman.
I didn't take much though, like yesterday.
Lies.
Favorite color is probably green and red. Green. No, it's not empty. Didn't even finish a whole one yet. Hey, Michaela.
You a lie. Haven't finished a whole one yet. You a lie. What does Amberlynn Reed call it when so you tell a lie? Is that a hootenberry? She's telling a hootenberry, a big one.
Scrape, what the hell? I need to go to bed?
Yeah, you do.
Tian's. What did I have for dinner? Ravioli, man. It is Be Kind. The pillows are not really, they're not expanding much for me, I find.
She's over there saying, I didn't take much today. At the same time, she's slurring her words. But she didn't take much.
Sage green. I'm not gonna go back. I can't.
You can't go back. You absolutely cannot go back. He don't want you back. And you don't have any money. You're spending yourself broke. Why would he want you back? If he wants you around for the money and you ain't got money, he don't want you. He's got to have compensation to put up with all of you, Chantal. He's just a big old burden, a troublesome one. He don't want to deal with all that unless being compensated for his time spent. Fake love is very expensive. Real love is free.
I sort of miss the house though. You get used to it. You adapt to the life.
Yeah, you miss the free rent.
I miss like the kitchen. It had so many cute coffee cups, and the gas stove is better than the electric one I have. That comes with the apartment. It's a dreadful thing.
You ungrateful brat. Complaining about the apartment. Oh, I don't like the gas stove. I don't like this. I don't like that. You gotta put some gratitude in your attitude. Be grateful for what you got.
The gas one was interesting. So I would have to take it and get it filled, the cylinder.
And you nearly lit yourself on fire with that thing.
And then you have to light. It's scary. You turn the gas on, it like does that. It's like,
Yeah, and people in the chat are scratching their head right now. They're all doing this right now. Lurking here said you were over it and couldn't wait to leave. What? Yeah, she said that. Now she's walking it all back. You want to know why? Listen to the undertone of her words. Go beneath the surface. She's praising the home now. I miss the stove. I miss the kitchen because she still has that attachment to Salah. While she was there, she couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand the fact that the family was around. She didn't have any privacy. Blah, blah, blah. But now that she's away from him, she's looking upon her time in Syria with a lot of fondness because she misses him and she still wants that connection. Let go, Foodie. It's over.
that stove was better. Well, I got used to it. But anyways, it wasn't all that bad because
You hated it.
like I just got used to it.
You got used to having somebody around to go get your food and coddle you. That's what you miss. You miss the free rent. You miss the fact that you didn't have to pay bills. You miss the fact that while you were in the Middle East, you almost regressed back to being a child. And Salah was part of that environment. He created that environment for you. He let you get away with it. Well, you can't get away with it no more. You took a vacation from adulthood for 3 years. That's quite enough. And now you're back. And you got to be a grown up.
But yeah, it's way more comfortable here. It's normal to grieve, right? Yeah. I just have to let this become my new normal, you know? So,
Yeah, but it's a new normal that you can't sustain. If you're spending far more money than you make, you can't sustain your reality. What's going to happen on the first of the month? Are you going to have the money to pay the rent? Or are you going to just spend yourself broke?
Have to be grateful that so you fought. We fought constantly in Syria. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You being a brat, you being a burden, I'm sure. So, in that one sentence, you just said, we fought all the time. It's not good for any relationship, married or unmarried. It's not good when you have two people that fight all the time. It's a sign that you shouldn't be around that person. They shouldn't be around you. All the more reason to let go and walk away. They're not happy with you. You're not really happy with them. So what is the point? What is the point in all this sitting around in a pity puddle and having yourself a little pity party and getting stoned all the time? What good is that doing? None. So why do it? Why? Get over yourself.
I don't really want to talk about it. We like hardly ever fought in Kuwait. We did though sometimes.
Well, you hardly ever fought in Kuwait because most of the time he wasn't even there. That's why you didn't fight. He made a point to stay away from you. That was a smart decision to stay away from her.
Yeah.
Curly Fry says, your channel will completely tank if you go back. It's already tanking. What do you mean? But you're right. If she did go back, that would be the absolute end. I don't think even the Beaters would forgive her for that. I'm also getting a sense of deja vu again. Do you know what this is reminding me of? It reminds me of those moments when she would be at the villa and she would be streaming and moping because Nads didn't call. She would literally sit at home every night waiting for that phone to ring. She would say, I'm so depressed and I'm so sad, and, like eating all the food and just basically moping about, waiting for that phone call, waiting for that contact. And then as soon as he called, she would be up and out of bed, sparkly eyed, putting stuff in her overnight bag, putting on the makeup, and out the door she would go. This is kind of feeling like that. Only she's not going to get that phone call. And she can't jump in a car and go to him. But this is her waiting. She's waiting for him to say something. She's waiting for him to do something. She's waiting for him to make contact. That would make her so happy. Chantal, I don't think you're going to get that contact. I don't think you're going to get what you want. You are cycling through all of the tools in your toolbox. What can I do? What can I say? How do I dress to get his attention? How do I poke at him? How do I get a response out of him? You're like a petulant child who's used to getting their way, and you're figuring out you can't get your way anymore, that your tactics don't work. Why? Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care enough to respond. He doesn't care enough to talk to you. He's done. He is done. What you're seeing is the quiet anger. What you're feeling is his indifference. He's indifferent to you. He does not care. He wants to walk away. Let him walk away. You walk away too.
Who knows? Oh, I'm not talking. That's why.
Like, indifference is something that Chantal's not used to. And that's why she's freaking out about it. Because indifference means no response, no drama, no fighting, no yelling, no screaming. There's nothing to bounce her negative energy off of and feed from. It's just a quiet, silent wall of nothing. And she's literally standing facing that wall saying, what do I do with it? I don't even know.
13 videos? Where's my grits? Remember when you first moved there? You know you can't live here. You won't be comfortable.
You only told him that because you didn't want him in Canada, because you knew if he went to Canada, he'd be trying to put his baby carrot in everybody else's salad, but not in yours. And you didn't want to deal with that moment, did you?
I was like, I won't complain. I get there, and there was one night I had a complete meltdown because I just wanted to sleep so bad. And I needed my CPAP, and there was like no electric. And this was before, like the next day, he had solar panels installed. But I freaked out. Hey, princess.
Curly Fry says if he wanted to be with you, he would have never let you leave. He would have fought for you. He sounded giddy at the airport and on the way to the airport. Yep, I'm sure he was. He was probably so happy he could barely keep it to himself. He was probably trying to keep it to himself so he wouldn't make her angry. But you know inside he was dancing in the streets.
Anyway, just relaxing with you guys. I look like a man who looks like a thumb. It is a hard transition. Hey, foodist. It's a tough life. Should turn the heat on.
Yeah, you should turn the heat on. Just because you're a polar bear doesn't mean your cat is. Turn the heat on, you beast.
Oh, the big comfy couch. Get ready. Sick like this.
Ah, the sound of silence.
Yeah. Get me a drink out of the fridge. Shit. No. Little Edie.
Okay, you know what? I know we got 10 minutes left, but she's getting higher and higher and higher. And she's talking slower and slower and slower. What are you going to do? For those who weren't around during Crackhead Olympics, if you were wondering what part of that was like, you're looking at it. Chantal hates the reaction channels, and she hates the archive channels. But I'll tell you what, this crap is what we had to deal with every night. Every night. She would get this high. be slurring her words, barely speaking, barely coherent, barely awake. And this was the crap that we had to deal with to react to her. And thank goodness there are so many talented, smart, intelligent, creative, funny people in girl world. They took this trash that she called content and made it entertaining. And that takes some skill, trust me, to turn this boring, bland, stone potato into something palatable. And here we are again. She gets on camera doing all this. And the reactors have to work their magic. And we can, and we do. And yet she's going to hate us for making her entertaining, even though she's not helping her doggone self in that regard. I don't know what she's going to do, girl world. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I really don't want to see her high on camera like this every night. Take a break, Chantal. Run out of edibles, something. Stop taking them. Slow down. I don't want to see this every night. I don't. I'd rather not. You know? It's just time to let Salad go and stop moping about the house and doing nothing and thinking just because your name is Foodie Beauty that you're going to make money forever. The name Foodie Beauty holds no weight anymore. It's not entertaining like it used to be, trust me. And you're making it even less so. So, those are my closing thoughts. I'm done. It's almost 3 a.m. I think it's time to head to bed. Curl up with Queen Booger. Get some good rest. Get up in the morning. See what's going on. Get some work done. So, tell y'all what. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked the react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.